right, let me tell you guys about the dumbest attempt at fraud we've ever seen here at Moramoto of Tampa Bay, and why this guy, D'Angelo Garcia, is spending his holidays behind bars. All right, so last Saturday was a super busy day, and this fellow, D'Angelo Garcia, walked into our showroom. Right, the guy's high as a kite, and he's wearing fake Balenciaga. Should have been a red flag right from the beginning. But anyways, he comes into the dealership, and he picks out this fully decked out YZ450, and he says, I want this bike, I'm gonna finance it. So we say, okay. You know, the guy looks kind of weird, but we treat all our customers the same. We don't judge or discriminate, so we run his credit. To our surprise, he gets approved. So we start doing the deal, right? The bike is getting prepped in the back, and there starts to be some red flags that pop up. The first red flag is that the paperwork on all this guy's stuff says he lives in Bradenton, but when he's talking to the finance lady, he says he lives in Brandon. Kind of odd. He doesn't have any of his documents in person on him. You know, who carries an ID? Who carries that stuff, I guess, right? So he provides pictures to the sales team with all of his documents, and now things are really fishy. I can't show you this stuff, but let me just tell you, take my word at it when I tell you this was the most poorly photoshopped document I've ever seen in my life. Right then and there, our team knows, okay, something weird is going on. But we're gonna keep on going with the deal and see how far he digs his hole, because we're getting ready to call the law. D'Angelo finds himself sitting in the finance office, and he is impersonating a man named Paul. I won't give you the last name, but the guy's name was Paul. So his ID says Paul, his paperwork says Paul, his social security card and his credit card say Paul, but when he signs the document for his new YZ450, the dumb signed the name Richard. But his name isn't Richard, so he was just totally f***ed up. At this point, cops are on the way, and we're stringing him along, saying, okay, the bike's getting prepped. Everybody's kind of sitting around to make sure it doesn't get cold feet and take off. Cops go in there and start asking him questions. Then he provides them a fake name, so he bought himself an extra charge. He says he has no ID on him. Well, turns out he had a couple IDs on him. He ended up having 4 IDs from 4 different people, none of which were his, and they were all from different states. A couple more charges on D'Angelo right there. By the time everything was all said and done, D'Angelo got a shiny new pair of handcuffs. So I've got a way better picture than this. I'll put it on screen now. He was so upset, and it was so funny. And thankfully for Paul, the gentleman whose ID he was stealing, this guy's a he's fucking stupid. He doesn't know what he's doing, and he got caught. That's that. We still have the YZ450. No skin off our sack. However, what's really up is that he was going to steal this guy's identity and throw his whole life into crisis mode 2 weeks before Christmas. Who the does that? So for that reason, this guy D'Angelo, yeah, don't do fraud at Moramoto. It's a bad idea. We're gonna catch you. We look at IDs and social security cards all day. You think we're not gonna catch on? Stupid.